Monday night game against the Packers at MetLife Stadium. Packers are favored by 6.5. Over/under is 37. The way that the Packers have looked of recent against the Chiefs, against the Lions. I mean, the Chiefs and Lions are two of the top teams in the league. Beat them both. Lions on Thanksgiving, Chiefs most recently on Sunday Night Football. Jordan Love has just completely turned it around. Like, he looked like garbage the first quarter, half of the season, and now people are saying, okay, yeah, this makes sense. He's the Aaron Rodgers to Brett Favre. He's gonna be like their next franchise quarterback for the next 15 years, and then get traded to the Jets. He has almost 3,000 yards already passing. It's week 14, Neal. There's like 5 weeks left. That's what a quarterback should have, unlike our quarterbacks. Jaden Reed is their top receiver, which is nuts because I don't even know he was on the team. 40 catches, 513 yards, 5 touchdowns. A.J. Dillon is their top running back. I know that Aaron Jones has been banged up. I don't know if A.J. Dillon also had an injury because I think they had I don't want to say a no-name guy, but a guy I've never really seen a lot of, taking a lot of handoffs. So their defense has been coming to play, and Jordan Love has elevated his game. And that's basically the secret to their success, the recipe for dubs for Green Bay. So it feels like the Rams and the Packers have the most momentum and are probably going to secure the last 2 spots in the playoffs, in the postseason for the NFC, which sucks because it's like, you think about it, if we had just pulled out the wins against Buffalo and New York, Buffalo against the Bills and the Jets, we win that Bills game, we win the Jets game, we're 6-6. And we're not necessarily in the driver's seat, but we have a lot more control over our fate and our destiny. And now it's like, and even if we do go on a run, if we lose even one game, we can miss the playoffs. It's like, so, we get Tyrod back, should be a little bit of a boost. Maybe not as many sacks, don't lose as much field position, maybe make a play or two, but it'd be nice to get Darren Waller back. But yeah. So is it going to be a game where we give up 40 and get smoked on our home field yet again in primetime yet again? Or is it going to be a game where it's like we hold them to 2 scores and we get a touchdown on a field goal and lose 14-10 or 14-13? I don't know, but the fact that Daniel Jones is still our leading passer with 900 yards is incredible. Slayton's our leading receiver, and I just saw, I think he's on the injured list. Maybe he's like he's been pretty banged up of late. And then Saquon almost has 700 yards rushing, which is incredible. He literally, I don't want to say he's exactly like Barry Sanders, but that was like, I can't tell you how many games I watched Barry Sanders start off with like 10 carries, 15 yards. And then he ends up with 15 carries for 105 yards. It's just like he rips off 1 or 2 long runs and then he's back in business. Like, you can shut him down for a half, 3 quarters, but he's going to come out in that second half of the fourth quarter and he's just going to put up numbers. It's crazy. Of course, that can't happen in a blowout, so we have to keep it close, and that's where the passing game, the defense has to come into play. And so far, it's been the defense forcing turnovers and DeVito not turning the ball over. The last 5 matchups, last year we upset the Aaron Rodgers-led Green Bay Packers in London Town, 27-22, when Daniel Jones had like backups of practice squad players playing and put together drives without Saquon. And that's when we knew we had something special. December 2019, we got smoked in the snow, 31-13 on our home turf. January 2017, that was the wild card game after the boat fiasco, losing 38-13. October 2016, that same season, in the regular season, we lost 23-16 at Green Bay. And then in November 2013, we won over the Packers because they were starting Scott Tolkien, DDS. So I'd like to sit here and think that regardless of who we start at quarterback, that our defense comes to ball out. But the fact that we probably won't have Dexter Lawrence back, the fact that Andrew Thomas is playing on like a sprain, some think torn MCL, and is like yet still outperforming guys that are fully healthy, is like bananas. And the fact that we're missing Waller, it's just there's a lot working against us and not much working for us. So maybe the defense does. I mean, that's the thing though, is like we're getting gashed on the ground with Lawrence out, and we don't have Leo. So literally, it's our top 2 defensive linemen are gone now, and you have to depend on Ashawn and Nacho, and it's like not so great. So I would think that Green Bay would run it and run it and run it and run it and run it. I mean, I've said that about every opponent so far. It's like, just run the ball. But the defense can step up, put on a show. Maybe we'll have a chance. But I think this is New England has one of the better defenses. I mean, it's in bananas that they've let up. What was the graphic? 14 points or less in their last 4 games, and they're 0-4. And the other teams on the graphic are all like 3-1, 4-0. Like they're the only team to not win a game. And normally, if you put up those numbers on defense, like you win all those games. You should win all those games. So that defense is tough. Even the Chargers, who are, I would say, pretty high flying offense, they usually put up a lot of points. Put up 6 points against them. So do I think New England's defense is better than Green Bay? Yes. So I think we should get at least more than 1 or 2 scores, meaning more than 10 points, I would hope. And that's what it's going to take to win. I don't think you can score 10 points against Green Bay and win like you can against New England or even Washington. So I just, if you do win against Green Bay in primetime, hot tamales, that's going to be intriguing, very intriguing.